I've been thinking of making this video for a while. Not because I think that my life is particularly interesting or because I think that I'm special. It's actually quite the opposite, in fact. I kind of feel like somewhere along the way I really lost control of my life, like not in a dramatic kind of way, but I feel like a lot of small things happened which made me lose control of. It's not like everything collapsed overnight. It's just it was more subtle than that. It was a lot of small things that added up, like me saying, "Oh, I'll get to that later," or a lot of me saying, "Oh, I need to focus on this thing first, and then I'll get to that." A lot of unfinished projects, a lot of bad habits that I now have, a lot of me saying, "Oh, I'll get to that thing later," and then not doing it. And all of these things kind of add up. So this video will be the start of me documenting my life. Not in a kind of fake way, not in a kind of fake motivational way. Like I just want to document the process of me taking back control of my life. And I want this channel to keep me accountable. For the past few months or actually years now, competitive teamfight tactics or TFT has been a huge part of my life. And I've been very invested into it. Honestly, I actually do not regret it. Like, I love the feeling of competing. I love studying the game, pushing myself to see how far I can go. And that's why I kept playing it. Like before TFT, I was actually a competitive badminton player. I was a competitive sailor. And when I came to France, like TFT became this competitive outlet that I needed. Before TFT, my life had structure. I used to wake up early, eat well, train a lot because of competitive badminton, go to the gym, exercise a lot, train a lot. Like I have a gym rack next to me, and that was normal for me. But eventually, teamfight tactics just grew and just took up all of my mental space, and it just become my life basically. And that's a problem. When you're that invested into a competitive game, it's easy to lose track and to tell yourself, oh, I'll exercise after that game or after that game review, or oh, I'll work on that project after this tourney when things calm down. But the thing is, things never really calm down. Like, there's always another patch, there's always another tourney to prep for, and it becomes overwhelming. It becomes a huge part of your life, and I think that's basically what happened to me. I just became so focused on teamfight tactics that I just started neglecting everything else. A very good example of this is the TFT Paris Open, which happened last December, where I actually met up with a lot of my friends from TFT that I met on TFT, and that became my very good friends actually. One of them even came and stayed at my place. I filmed a lot of footage. I had ideas for it, and it just never happened. Like the footage is just sitting on my hard drive for the past 6 months, I think. And it wasn't because I didn't care. It was just that I got so caught up in TFT. And that's actually a pattern that I've noticed in my life in general. Like, I get excited about things, I think about things, I have new ideas, but they just never happen because I just get so focused on TFT that I just don't do anything else. And that TFT Paris Open footage basically became more than just footage. It just became a reminder that my life is not in my control at the moment. Another very big part of me wanting to turn my life around or shift my life around is actually my health. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I used to be a competitive badminton player. I used to train a lot, go to the gym a lot. I was actually a very fit guy. And when I look at myself in the mirror or when I look at myself now, it's just, I'm so far from that version of me, which is making me feel kind of sad. Because of how much time I invested into TFT, I actually stopped going to badminton regularly. I stopped exercising. I stopped going to the gym even though it's right here next to me, as I showed you before. And the result shows, like, my health is very bad. I have no more cardio. I have no more muscles. I'm just very weak in general, and I got very fat. The reality of things is that even though I'm very invested into TFT still, I'm very not happy about the state my life is in right now. And that's actually a terrible feeling. I very much want to turn my life around. Not with some crazy like transformation challenge or by fixing all my bad habits in a single night. I just want to like fix them little by little. I want to rebuild good habits again, start eating well again, start exercising again, going to the gym, start playing badminton again, sleeping well, which is something I have not done in a long time. Not because of TFT, maybe not, I don't know. I basically want to become someone who takes care of himself again, and I feel like documenting the whole thing is going to be helpful, as it's easy to tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna start changing, and then you just never do it. Another thing I've been thinking a lot about is how much I've been neglecting all my other hobbies. Not just badminton, but my other hobbies in general. For those who don't know, I love aquascaping. Aquascaping is basically the process of building underwater landscapes, like be it a forest, a mountain, and so on. At one point, I was actually very into it. I was a competitive aquascaper. I think I was ranked 153 in the world. I had an aquascaping store, and it was basically a passion of mine. There's something very peaceful and artistic about it, and you have to have good attention to details. It's slow. You have to think about plants, layout, maintenance, how to maintain an aquarium, water parameters, light, and so on. It's very technical and very artistic at the same time, which is maybe why I like TFT so much. I think you have to have the same qualities in TFT. Aquascaping is just something that I loved, but like a lot of other things I like, I just stopped doing it because I got so consumed by TFT, which I was obsessed with basically. And something I've come to realize lately is when you neglect your hobbies, you're not just neglecting hobbies, like you're neglecting parts of yourself, part that loves doing this and that. And I think that's really sad. So this channel is going to be my way of bringing these things back into my life. And like even more important than this, more important than hobbies, more important than sport, more important than the projects I've neglected, is actually my relationship. It's something I'm very not proud of. I've been neglecting my relationship with my wife a lot. When you're always thinking about a game, always thinking about the game you just played, or thinking about what coaching I have coming up or what tournaments I have coming up, it's basically very easy to be present physically, but to be mentally absent. And it's very sad. Like, I really don't want to be this person. I really do not want to look back and feel like I gave more attention to a game than to the person that's actually sharing my life with me. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop doing other things, stop caring about my projects, stop caring about TFT. Like, I'm still gonna play TFT. It just means that I need to find balance. One very important question that I've been asking myself is, what's the point of me being so good at TFT if everything else in my life is falling apart? And that's basically the whole question behind this video. I don't want to be this person that exists just through the pursuit of being good at that one video game. I basically want to build a life that feels complete. And speaking of life, there's a lot of projects that will be happening soon. We have a new house, which means a lot of renovations, a lot of new projects, a lot of hardships maybe. But I hope there will be a lot of progress. We're also hoping to start a new podcast, which is another project that I've been thinking about a lot. But just like everything else, it's easy to remain at the project state if I do not act upon it. So this channel is going to be the place where I'll be documenting everything. House renovations, projects, maybe getting back into aquascaping, getting back into sports, getting back into badminton. Maybe I'll even get to edit this footage that's been sitting on my hard drive for like 6 months. I feel like a lot of people might be thinking or feeling the same way that I am. Maybe not for TFT, maybe for work, maybe for a relationship or something. I think that a lot of us have that one thing that becomes the center of our life and puts everything else on hold. At first it feels fine, like you feel like you're focused, you feel like it's just a busy period, but then it's months and then years, and then you look back and there's so many things you're not doing anymore. And that's what feels the most uncomfortable. It's not enough to just say, oh, I'm going to start taking care of my health again and just not move. Oh, I'm going to lose weight and just not get to eat better. Oh, I'm going to start taking care of my wife more and then not spend time with her. And that's basically where I was not too long ago, or where I still am maybe. At some points I just had to start taking actions. I'm not making this video because I have changed already. I know I still have to change. And this is because I know myself. I know that if I do not put pressure on myself, I'm just gonna start playing TFT full time again and be like, oh, maybe after next competitive season, I'll start doing something else. So this video and this channel is basically going to become my accountability system. This channel is going to force me to document everything, show everything, be it unfinished or finished, and stay accountable to myself. I think that taking back control of my life is, I do not need to make one big drastic decision. It's just a lot of small stuff. Like, for example, going to the gym or practicing when I don't feel like it, or spending quality time with my wife instead of being there and just being on my phone and not actually being there, or actually record a podcast instead of just talking about it all the time. And that's what I want to document. I want to document the real process of me taking back control of my life, the messy middle, because that's basically where life happens, right? And just to be clear about something, it doesn't mean that now I hate TFT or I'm going to stop playing the game. Like, no, I'm still going to play the game. I still like the game, but I need to find more balance. I'm very grateful for the game, actually. It gave me goals, it gave me competitive goals, it gave me a community, it actually gave me very good friends. But I feel like I need a healthier relationship with the game. I need TFT to be some part of my life. I don't need TFT to be my life, right? And that's not just TFT. Everything can become unhealthy if you have too much of it or if it takes too much of your life. So, yeah, that's basically the reason I've taken the decision to start documenting my life. This channel is just going to be my way of staying accountable. And hopefully, I can build a life that's more healthy, more balanced, and that feels more intentional. And yeah, if you're watching this video and you're also feeling like you've let some parts of your life slip away, I hope this video can be a reminder that you do not need to fix everything overnight. You just need to realize it and take the next step. For me, this video will be the next step, and we'll see where it goes. Bye.